And hey, we're live. Federal Prison Talk here. We are live, guys. And I'm going to play my little jingle, and we'll be right back after these important messages. And now we're back with three of us. We got, is that Bulldog?
Yep.
All right,
Sure.
yeah. You got the email. Guys, I'm on like my time now with life is I got to email you. I'm rushed. I got to get to work on time now, and that's a big one for me. With Wings, I could be kind of, I could show up 35 minutes late, and I can't do that with the city of Albuquerque. But yeah, guys, welcome to the show. We got a PSR to show people that Brian sent me over. What's 20 pages, 17 pages? I mean, we could go on and on about those. Pre-sentence report, pre-sentence investigative report, pre-sentence investigation. There's all kinds of names for them. What do you guys know them by?
I think it starts out as a PSI.
PSR.
Yeah, and
It's
then it
actually
turns into
it's a pre-sentence investigative report, period.
Yep.
But then they put, Anyways, why don't you guys introduce yourself to people out there? Brian, and then John, you go after.
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm up in Alaska. I'm looking at a sentencing date of May 3rd on a conspiracy for wire fraud case, and kind of a failed business adventure that ended up turning into a federal case.
That's a short version.
Very good.
And Johnny J. Bulldog.
How you doing, guys? So yeah, my name's John. I did a short little federal prison bid for some methamphetamine possession, and I've been home actually about a year. 28th will be a year. Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little personal use.
Did my halfway house. Yeah, a little personal use, because the feds always pick up a little bit,
Yeah. And Brian's in the chat room.
So what's
and
new?
he's on screen. Well, guys, for me, I got the new job, man. With all my felonies and prison time and stuff, who says crime doesn't pay? Now I'm making $70,000 a year. I got to wait a month to get that first check. But, man, I'm meeting police officers, probation officers. I was at the fire academy yesterday doing CPR training. And, me, like all my friends that I've done time with, we're all working for organizations now. But Sean, don't tell them your story. I go, that's why I got hired. They called me. I didn't call them. Of course, I opened up my big mouth. My nickname now is called Federal. Hey, Federal, get over here. I'm loving it. I don't hide my shit, man. Why? I'm too old. So I say that as a message to anybody out there who's done time, getting ready to do time. Don't let your felony stop you from your future. Make it your badges. Turn it into a positive. If you can do that and survive and come out, man, shining, man, you'll shine the rest of your life. Don't hide behind, I get felonies, nobody's going to hire me. Really? We got to talk. Okay?
Yeah, how about
I might have to come down to Arizona after this is over.
Some states are worse than others. And, some people, you only got hired from the city because you're white. Guess how many white people I hired out of 70? 2. Me and one other person. We were the last picks. So it's not because I'm white, guys. So race card ain't working here.
It's that other minority that we're looking for with you, Sean.
Most people are Native American that work for New Mexico, the county, the city, the state. So we're a minority here. I think we got we might be 12% white people in the whole state. Blacks are only 2%. So ATL, what's going on? How much meth you got caught with? Let's just get to the. That's what he wants to know.
Yeah, get right down to the nitty-gritty, huh? So it was kind of complicated. I got a hotel room got raided. Excuse me. and so they handcuffed us all. They found out there's a room connected to our room next door that had a couple pounds in it. So they hit me with possession with what was in my room, and then conspiracy for the additional 8 next door, which we ended up being able to get out from underneath that. So it all told, it was like 14 grams when it was all done, which really isn't a whole lot, but
14 grams? Shit, I could do
they
that
had the weight
in
invested in
2
it.
days. Really, that's nothing.
Yeah, 2 days. That's about 2 days worth.
What's that, a half ounce? I mean, yeah, sell a little, get high on
Yeah,
the
that's
rest.
why I ended up being such a light thing.
But the feds, did they get you on the ghost factor? Like every week we know you go through a pound. We didn't catch you, but we know we're going to do the math, and supposedly you would have done a look. See, I get a kiss. But they have these ghost charges, like.
So yeah, they tried all that stuff. They hit me with a couple different angles. The thing that worked in my favor was the room next to mine was rented under a different name, so they couldn't connect anything to us. It was just a hearsay kind of deal.
That's all they need, man.
They got to them through our room. So
hearsay's not admissible in court.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
No, this is a trivia question. Yes or no?
No.
Not in the state court. In the federal court?
I mean, unless it's the feds.
It's the feds.
They do what they want.
But Brian, you know about all this, right? All they need is hearsay. All they need is hearsay. And what about a jury of your peers when you get indicted? Did you guys ever meet your grand jury?
No, and you don't get to see that on the federal level too. You will never see an indictment on the federal level, not in our court system up here.
And I thought you have the right to question your the people, the people that your accuser. You have the right to face your accuser.
Right.
True or false?
Mostly false.
Supposedly it's true.
In state court. So
supposed to be true.
Did you guys have civics in high school?
Yep.
We need to get one of them civics teachers on here.
Yeah.
Because I must have missed all them chapters.
Well, and one other thing is they're not supposed to use your spouse against you.
Yeah, man.
But they do that immediately. They go to that right away.
And since you're on pretrial, I thought you're innocent until proven guilty. True or false?
I can't say that's true.
So everything I was taught in civics is right or wrong?
It doesn't. On the federal level, it does not work for you. They work against you.
But I live isn't the United States?
Yeah.
It's all federal. Isn't everything the same in every state? And
look up USC. Look up USC 18-3002. It actually defines the United States as a corporation against the people.
Ooh! Wow. Well, so ATL. So does it matter how much meth you get caught with if the feds are on you?
No, any amount is too much.
It was funny, Sean. The way it worked for me was they got a search warrant based on somebody else's statement to raid my room. So once they involved the FBI and all that, and it was the weirdest thing because it took them like another year to actually charge me because they were trying to do other shit. I guess I don't know.
No, that's just because
they picked me up after a state charge. I was in the county.
No, that's because they're slow at doing paperwork. They're slow at doing paperwork, and they're getting the salary, the pensions coming in. They're not in a hurry to get you, but they're going to get you. But if they can spread it out and get a whole year's salary out of it,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. I mean, we talked before. I was on pretrial for 5 years?
John and Brian, how long you been on pretrial?
Almost a year now.
And when's your sentencing date coming up?
May 3rd. It'll be a year and 41 days after
That's kind of short, and they always can put it off. I got a guy coming on Friday. Anthony, and he's believe it or not, 6 months he's been on pretrial. He's getting sentenced, and that's the shortest I ever heard.
Wow.
But he was quick to plead guilty and take a deal. If you don't want to know more, tune in Friday, Friday 7 p.m. He's getting sentenced in on May 23rd. He's out of New York.
Yeah, up
Hey,
here,
New York, huh?
the one thing in our advantage up here, I guess, is that the system and the federal level, especially the federal level, we have two judges for Fairbanks, a magistrate and a judge, and they see all the cases. So when they end up putting it all together, they're seeing 9 to 12 cases in one day. So in the sentencing on my sentencing day, he's seeing 12 cases for sentencing in that one day.
And so you're just a number. I mean, that's why when you get sentenced, it's so important, I think, to talk to that judge when he's going to give you the time. You gotta. Brian, is that you with the? Can you maybe turn that off because it's kind of Is that your police scanner?
Yeah, it's a scanner in the background on the.
Yeah, but it's going to be annoying to the audience and stuff. If you don't mind. ATL, he said he just got sentenced 2 weeks ago. So we're dying to know, ATL. You got sentenced 2 weeks ago. You're still here talking to us, so I guess you get to self-surrender. But tell us, how much time did you get? Well, wait.
2 weeks ago.
And Johnny,
they let me go 90 days, Sean, when I got sentenced.
90 days. Okay. I got 60 days. And about the 20th day, I called, can I go in now? I couldn't. He's got 66 months, 60 months. That's 5 years. Now, you cut that in half, ATL. And these guys, I know Bulldog can tell you, and I know lots of ways you can cut that in half. But I want to tell you, ATL, your life's not over. I don't care if you're 70 years old. Your life is not over. I was 50 when I went to prison. My life's just now beginning. So please don't give up on yourself. What'd you say? Now she knows how old I am. Oops.
Nice.
She knows.
I'm trying.
Yeah, they were talking about
Go ahead,
guys.
I'm gonna get the answer for that gentleman and that's going to Lompoc on how much money he can spend a month.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what everyone has said. It said that you go in with the least amount that you can on your books, that you can still be able to get stuff that you need. So I'd say $200 to $300. You're only going to be able to spend, I think, $300 anyway. But I'm looking it up right now for you.
Oh, you're asking this body cam on?
Yeah, body cam on.
I self-surrender to Lompoc, 27 months. Lompoc, yeah, that's California. That's like Salinas, Monterey Valley. I don't think Lompoc. I'm trying to remember. I know they don't have RDAP there. I know there's no RDAP in any camps in California. But I believe Lompoc is also a low. But how much money will I need a month to avoid eating the chow? I'm going to tell you, man, the chow, depending on the cook, and the cook is an inmate, it can be decent food, man. It can be not bad. Wednesdays are hamburger days, right, Bulldog? We have Thursdays, chicken day. You get a quarter of chicken. We had
chicken day.
We had a lasagna day was always good. We had 2 roast beef days a month. You get a nice slice of roast beef. I mean, there's certain days, and some days it's, it depends if they give you the spices and the oil and the herbs and who's running the kitchen. And it doesn't have to be that bad. I want to thank Walter Pavlo. He had a YouTube channel when I was going to prison. He now teaches criminology courses at the Southern University of Boston, but I think he did 7 years for, white collar crimes. But I called him up on his channel. I had no money because the feds took it. Guess what he did for me? Every month he put $100 on my books. And I was there for 27 months. Nice. I got a 4-year sentence. Anyway, he never missed a month, man. Walter, God bless you. Walter Pavlo, he's still doing little shows here. But now he's a professor. I don't know if he's a professor, but he teaches criminology courses. And this guy did a lot of time. And, he was He didn't let nothing stop him, and now he's teaching, criminology courses to police officers. So, but he put $100 on my books.
Is that Jumpsuit Pablo?
No, Pablo, Pavlo, and RDAP Dan. If you guys know him, RDAP Dan
Okay.
had a channel, and he would pass the hat and have people put money on. He would pass the hat to the audience, and he would take that money and he would send it to me. And I'm willing to do that now for you, Body Cam. If you want, if anybody out there in the audience, you can go on you can send a YouTube. I could put up a Cash App thing just for you or something. GoFundMe. But people out here can help you. I don't know if you have money, but $100 a month was plenty for me. Plenty. Okay.
I just put the menu up. I just put the menu up. If you click on that link, Body Cam, that's the menu that you're going to see for the next fiscal year. So that's your days, it's your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and it will always be that same menu that's there. And it breaks down on a 5-week schedule. I'm sorry. So the breakfast is always the same, and then it breaks down 5 weeks where they rotate the other meals.
Cool, dog. Why don't you want to talk about your culinary experience?
Yeah, our food was mediocre, I guess you could say. But yeah, the chicken day was decent. The burger day was decent. We could spend $360 a month, I think it was, and it was like they split it into two. So your first 2 weeks you can only spend $180, and then the second 2 weeks you can only spend $180.
Yeah, and you could spend it all the first week, and then you don't get to shop the next week.
I mean, honestly, this menu is better than what I eat right now. I mean,
that's pretty funny.
I'm serious. It is.
But,
I mean,
you can buy
I mean, it's amazing.
You can also buy you can get chicken out of the kitchen and chicken patties and all that stuff too. So
yeah, like we
ate pretty good.
We used to have what was the chicken chow mein night or something, right? And I'd get 2 pieces of chicken in my whole tray. But later on that night, a guy's coming down the hall and he's selling a whole breast of chicken for $2. And I'm all, that's mine,
right,
man. But yeah, they'll be selling stuff all night long down the hallways. Real meats and everything, cheese.
Yeah, you can get your onions, your peppers.
Yeah, and they have microwaves, and you can buy tortillas and burritos are big. What's that? Huh?
You guys are a bunch of fatties.
Yeah, we are a bunch of fatties.
I'm worried about is the freaking food.
If you're worried about food, get a job in the kitchen, and you'll never go hungry, man. Even if it's just wiping the tables off.
Yeah, that's. Or just be friends with somebody that works in the kitchen.
Yeah, that.
But Body Cam, if you look up one right above there's a link to bop.gov. I think it posted it. Sean, can you see if it posted that link?
Yeah.
It looks like it did on.
Let's see if it's going through. I got to give you a wrench. What a wrench is, guys, is to make him a moderator. But in order to give you a wrench, I got to do it like from another YouTube channel. It's tricky, but we'll do that next time, Brian, when I have time. But I don't see the link. I'm not seeing it.
I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you in an email real quick so you can post it for them.
Okay. Let's get on some more questions. It's a mandatory minimum, and you got. But even with the mandatory minimum, you can you're eligible for the First Step Back programs, and I don't know RDAP. It's not too late to get in RDAP. And by the way, when you're doing 5 years, you can still get the year off unless you have a gun enhancement charge or a violent charge. If a violent charge, you wouldn't be talking to us. You'd already been locked up and waiting for that bus to come to pick you up from county jail.
Like that guy with the watch guy.
He's that Bluebird.
Anthony Fuhrer, the guy in LA right now. He doesn't have any enhancements, but he has a $27 million fraud case against him. So he's sitting in federal prison in LA waiting for his case. He didn't have any home to go to. He was sleeping in a parking garage. This guy owned a Lamborghini.
Wow. Now, there's a couple questions on here, ATL. How do you pay them? And John Jensen, he says stamps. I'm going to tell you, John, in a camp, stamps are big. They're worthless, okay? Now, in the lows and the mediums and the penitentiaries, Stamps is the money. But in a camp, we don't have a fence, man. You just walk to the side of the road, you grab a bag or whatever your girlfriend dropped off for you the night before. But usually stuff is paid for by Cash App, by the cell phone that you paid $300 for from the side of the road, and your girlfriend's on the other end. Did you get the Cash App money from? Yeah, you got it. Okay, your money went through. You're good, and that's how it's kind of done. I don't recommend getting a cell phone because if you get caught, you'll never be in a camp again. You're going to lose all your good time. You'll probably be thrown in the shoe for at least 90 days investigation. It's going to be fucked up. Having said all that, half the people in the camp have a cell phone.
Yes. I was in a low, so that wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Stamps are worthless in a camp. Spend them before you get there in a low. I've seen guys come there with, $5,000 worth of stamps. Dude, you're really? They're worthless at a camp. We trade meats, tunas, carnitas, chicken in a bag, all that. But stamps, they're just worthless in the camp, man. They're good in all the other upper levels, okay? So spend them in the upper levels. Just a warning to you, okay?
Sean, go ahead and check your email. That link should be there.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me see here.
Oh, you got the gun enhancement.
Yeah, John,
Yeah,
I'm not sure how to do that. My Wi-Fi is not that great. Let me see. Oh, the national menu. I can punch it up. If you just Google federal national BOP national menu,
Yeah.
basically just Google it. BOP stands for Bureau of Prisons. BOP.gov. That's Bureau of Prisons.government. Type in national menu. It'll come right up, man. Let's see what we got going here.
It's actually a pretty good menu for what I just read it, and it like Tuesday nights is Salisbury steak on week 2. Tuesday nights on week 3 is a lasagna. And like I said, it's better than what I'm eating at home right now. So, hell.
ATL, you did get the gun enhancement.
Well, let me clear something up.
If you're out of the 9th district, like the West Coast, they will waive that, and you could still get a year off for RDAP. There's maybe the 9th district. They call it the 9th district of the 9th district court of Schmamils because they're all liberals there, and they waive. They let you not to put down. I'm from San Francisco originally, but anyways, they'll waive that gun enhancement and still give you the time off. But if you're coming out of Atlanta or something, you're fucked. They're not going to give you the RDAP time. And
Yeah, he's from Georgia.
It's supposed to be the same in every state, federal, but we just went over civics class here. But you can get your first step back credits, ATL, and you can get your good time, and you can still take 2 years off your sentence, man. Okay, at least. Okay.
And body cam on guy there. I looked it up, and unfortunately, the commissary list is from 2014. It does say $280 split down twice,
Yeah.
And it's old, so you're gonna have to just wait till you get there.
Yeah, you couldn't even get a cell phone even if you were in a camp in 2014.
Yep. But that's how old the commissary
It's not on the
list is there.
commissary sheet.
Yeah, it's old, man. I'm only finding like Pennsylvania that has updated ones. No one else has.
Actually, if you go on the BOP
Funny, I
website,
brought one with me.
every
just because I didn't know.
if you go on the BOP website, it lists our facilities. Every prison you click on has their up to date commissary list.
It's not up to date, Sean. I'm literally there right now on Lompoc, and it's 2/10 of 2014. It's not up to date.
You're on the BOP site though.
BOP.gov, right on their website. It's old.
Well, maybe for that camp. I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong lots of times in my life, so I'll just say I'm wrong.
I'm looking around like to get the information on the tablet. I have to go to Pennsylvania sites to get the information on the tablet, and that's where I pulled all that information from, because no one else had that up.
Okay. Shall we pull up the PSR? I don't see any more questions. You want to pull that up real quick, and
Go ahead.
you guys can go over it. Okay. Let's see if this works. Let's see here. Share screen, entire screen, PSR. 1 second, I gotta put it over here.
ATL, I'm sorry you're from Georgia, but you're gonna get that enhancement charge. That's a given out there.
Okay. See, there we go. That's a PSR. See if I can blow it up for you. I'm not sure. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can blow it up.
Yeah, I can see it.
I want to try to make it bigger. How about that? Does that help? No, it's not really bigger, is it? Let's see.
No, you're good, Sean. I think they can see it. And they'll be able to blow it up on the channel too.
There, I can blow it up there. So, yeah. So this is the first page. This is what just your information, name, number, date of birth, all that stuff, right? But
Yep.
Brian, what pages do you want to focus on here tonight? Here's a
I
plea
think the
agreement.
biggest one.
Yeah.
The biggest thing to focus on is making sure that when your interviewer takes this information from you, that they don't change anything. If you take this form is directly from the BOP website. You can actually fill this out ahead of time and hand it to them. I highly recommend that you do. It helped me a lot. My PSR interview ended up only being 37 minutes.
Well, I know a lot of guys there, the lawyer will give them a copy of the PSR, a blank one. And they say, oh, don't worry about it, man. We're going to sit down with probation. We'll fill it out. Then you get there and they want to know all your financial statements, your bank statements. They want to know the name of your pet when you were in 12th grade. They want to know, what if your parents had a problem with drugs and alcohol, all this stuff. It's like, dude, you told me to show up and you would take care of it. I don't know any of this information. So it's
your medication,
good.
your medication list,
Yes.
your doctors. And after you do this report, they're going to send you back something within 10 days, and you'll have only 15 days to fill it out. And it's your financial document. If you have a financial crime or you have restitution, you have to pay any fines or anything, they'll send you a separate document that's a financial document. And then that one you'll have to have your bank account numbers and include your Apple Pay number, which is very hard to get if you have Apple Pay. Cash App's account numbers are easy, things like that. But Apple Pay's account numbers very, very difficult to get. Apple will not give you the information, and they will give you a very hard time about the account.
Yeah, and I do want to stress, if your lawyer won't give you a copy, whatever a district that you're getting sentenced in, whether it's the 14th or the 18th, they all have a copy of the pre-sentence investigation report, PSI, PSR. They all have it online, and you can print one out yourself, and then you can fill it out. So when you do have that appointment with the probation officer and your lawyer, you can have it all pre-filled out. And I recommend that you do that if your lawyer is going to be a dick. Okay.
Yeah, and definitely with this form too, like this one that you're looking at, the reason why those blocks are blue, you can actually type in this form. So this link that you have, Sean, if you take this and you want to post it on your website or post it here, then somebody can download it.
I will post it after, yes.
Yeah, and then this way they can actually click on it and type in the information. You can get all your information there. And then the nice thing about it is for your medication list, you can shrink those sizes down real small and get everything in that box and not have to put on more documents.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Bulldog, do you remember when you filled yours out? Did you get to fill it out? Tell us your experience, Bulldog.
Yeah, so I had a pretty good attorney, and she sent me the packet. Like you said, about 10 or 12 days ahead of time. I took the time and filled it out. There's just two things I wanted to stress. If you have a drug charge, and especially if you actually have a substance abuse problem, but even if you don't, if you have a drug charge, it's very important that you specify your drug history or your alcohol history and your family history with that in this document, because this recommends from probation what your sentence is going to be. So if you're looking at RDAP, it's very important that you document that you have history.
Exactly. I was going to say, why would I want to do that? I don't want to tell them. They're going to give me more time if they think I'm on drugs, right? Now answer that.
No, they won't.
And if you guys are on pre-release right now and you're within the year, make sure your doctors document it, because if they don't have it documented by your doctors, it has to be 1 year before sentencing that you have a documented history, or you will not get an RDAP.
Yeah. Now, I do have a hookup for a guy that's a treatment provider and all that. Now, you can call Justin Paperny and pay him $25,000 or Art FN $10,000 and all that. I got a hookup for like $2,000 for the guy that does it. But I don't even want to. Don't even call me. Okay, do what they said and save your money. Okay.
Yep. Save your money. Talk to your doctors.
This is the one chance you have to advocate for yourself.
Yep. Yeah, and then make sure that when they answer these questions and you get back your PSR, which I'm not going to share my copy yet. After my sentencing, we will. But once we have the copy, have the copy of the answers back, make sure that they don't put in extra things, because I did find in my report, which I just got back on Tuesday, I found in 3 egregious lies that they put into the document, and they stuck them in set parts of the document where they didn't even exist. They shouldn't have even been there. My attorney did end up, we went through it and we ended up taking it out. But they will try to put in things that the district attorneys, the federal attorneys give them. And whether it's part of what your attorney gave or not, in my case, it was not. It was something that came off of an old plea bargain deal, and they still stuck it in there just to see if we would catch it. It was removed from the original.
Excellent advice. Because once you fill it out, then your prosecutors or DA, they look at it and they'll add on your criminal record when you were a minor. All right. Yep. This is federal court, guys. They will add all kinds of shit on there. And if you got a lazy lawyer, I'm going to say if you got a paid lawyer, they're going to be more lazy than when it's appointed to you. Just my experience. Yep. But they need to go over that before it's sent off for the final to the judge and everything. So you need to look at the final draft version, okay? Because they will add stuff in the last minute of the day. They're sneaky, okay? Just like he said. So be careful, man. Make sure you get to see the final draft before it's sent in.
And don't procrastinate either. They only give you, it says it's 30 days. And it does say it's 30 days that they give you to contest it, but it's 30 calendar days. It's 15 business days. So be aware of that too. You have only those 15 business days to contest anything they put in. So if they put in something stupid like, okay, I grew up in an Italian family. We drank wine when we were 12 at the table on Sundays. They actually put that in my document.
You hear that? This is true. This is true, guys. So yeah, I mean, listen to these guys. They know what they're talking about. Don't just. I got people backing me up, and Hey, tell me, guys, when you get sentenced, how important is that day in your life?
It's a rebirth. Figure it that way.
Yeah, it's a pretty important day, man.
It was the most important day in my life. I will never forget.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, you literally put your future in the hands of somebody else.
Yeah, I'll let you know in another 38 days. I'll let you know exactly. 38 days, and I have a countdown calendar. Sean's actually seen that in my emails. I actually count down.
Yeah, he's got a countdown calendar. And they got a website now. You can fill out all the information and then count down till the day you die. And pretty much that's the same thing.
Exactly. And do it, guys, because it does keep you.
One more thing on the.
Go ahead.
I was going to say one more thing on the PSI. Your criminal history. So if you have a criminal history, I got in trouble when I was in my 20s, and I had two convictions that were over 20 years old. So in the Fed's eyes, it didn't count, but they still listed them in my PSI. So we challenged that to get that removed from the PSI, and because it was over 20 years old, we were able to amend that so that didn't show that.
They did the same thing to me, John. They did the exact same thing to me. They put in 3 convictions from an ex-girlfriend who wrote bad checks on my account, and they put it in. It was I was 22 years old.
Right.
This is 33 years ago, and they put it in, and they had in there that I was sentenced to time, and they had time in there. I didn't mind that the fines were in there, the $400, the $100 fines, but they put in 89 days on one and 129 days on another. I never served more than 6 hours waiting for the judge, and they drove me across the state.
This is our government. The rule is 10 years for misdemeanors, 15 years for felonies. Period. Anything past that, yeah, it could. They have to take it out.
Yep. And they try to slip it in there, guys. So if they're when you do the document, look at it.
Yeah.
So
So
what they did to me was they put it in, but they put 0. No, they put me 0 points for the criminal history, but it was still listed, so the judge would have seen it. You know,
that's what they did to me too.
So we
did
just
that
had
for me.
we had to fight to get that amended.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now, and that was one of the other things that I was challenged on. But yeah, they from 1991 charges from back then, and one of them was actually the dates were changed on it. It was actually one that was said 2001. Well, they actually picked me up in 2001 at a seatbelt checkpoint, but it was for a charge that was from back in 91. So it was
checkpoint.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they drove me 9 hours.
It was bad.
They drove me 9 hours across the state, Sean. 9 hours across the state to go over to see that judge. That was the one that they said I served 100 days on. I was there for 1 hour after the 9-hour drive across the state of New York.
Wow.
Where are you at, Brian?
I'm in Alaska right now.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Wow, you boys are wild up in Alaska.
We tried, man.
Johnny, where are you at again?
I'm in Jersey, man. Dirty Jersey.
Oh, yeah, Jersey. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Johnny, I grew up in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania.
Okay,
So,
what town?
Hummelstown, right outside of Hershey.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where that one is. I was like 15 minutes from Stroudsburg is where I grew up.
Oh, yeah. I used to go up there quite a bit. Yeah, I used to go up to Allentown and Stroudsburg area quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, so that was 15 minutes, and then Allentown was about an hour.
Yep, and Water Kingdom at Dorney Park there, man. That was my weekends right there. I get off work and go there and sleep in the Wild River, the water park.
Wow.
Dorney Park.
Yep. My some of my history. I grew up in Hershey Park. My dad was a rise mechanic there for 45 years, and so parks were like in our blood. We went to every park in the East Coast. So
I heard they have the street lights are shaped like Hershey's Kisses on the top, right? Did they
Correct.
have that? Yeah.
And they're gas powered. They're actually natural gas powered. Yep. Stroudsburg does that too. Stroudsburg has natural gas powered lights in Stroudsburg on the train stations. Same thing up and up.
Here's a little joke, could be from San Francisco, and YouTube's probably going to cut me down for this, but we had a street in San Francisco called the Hershey Highway. Oh.
Okay, we won't touch that one for you, Sean. We don't know why you hung out there.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm gonna get it now. Hey, but negative ratings can boost my channel, right? I know I had to say it. My girlfriend's killing me. She's like, I'm gonna get it right now, man.
It's either that or you're missing out. It's either that or you're missing out on something, Sean. Maybe you're missing out on something.
Wow, huh?
If you go into a low, watch out. That street's there.
Yeah, I'll vouch for you on that one, Sean. Don't go if you go to a low, just be careful who you talk to.
Yeah, you don't want to drop the soap in a low, I don't think, right?
Well, and that's like ATL. He's definitely
there's
going to go
a lot
to
of things you don't want to do a low.
Yeah, I mean, ATL and body cam. Body cam's probably going to be at a camp. He's at a camp in Lompoc. He's at a camp. No, wait a minute. Lompoc's low. Lompoc's closed. The camp's closed.
The camp might be closed.
It is. That's a low.
And I know they're going to have them work. A lot of the jobs are working in a field like I want to say picking fruit picker. What do you call that? People that pick vegetables for a living. What's that called? Farm. But you're going to be working. You're going to do farm work basically. Same thing if you go to Sheridan. A lot of farm work, outdoor farm work, or they call it horticulture, agriculture. Basically, you're out there picking vegetables all day for 12 cents an hour. You know.
Hey, at Body Cam, you are not going to a camp. I'm sorry, you are going to a low. The camp is closed. The low is open there, and the USP is open there, but there is no camp open at Lompoc. I'm sorry.
I heard something about that, man.
You don't want to go to the Pony.
Yeah, if you want to ask for.
But Bulldog, tell them the low's not that bad, right? The politics aren't really there. Help the guy out, Johnny, about with the low.
The low is. Yeah, so if you're going to low, I mean, so a couple things are different. You don't have, obviously you're inside the wall. You're not, you have to kind of deal with excuse me, with that whole thing. But it's you're free to move around pretty much every hour on the hour all day long. You can go outside pretty much for the whole entire morning until chow, and then you have the freedom to go out for the whole afternoon. So you're not like locked down. But yeah, there's no politics there. I mean, there's some bullshit politics. Some guys might get a little loud once in a while, but basically you kind of sit where you want, and there's no issues.
894 people in the low, Body Cam. There's 894 people there, and that's the low. The USP has more than that, but they're the only two places open at Lompoc. So if you want to ask your attorney for a reassignment, you might want to look for a different one if you're trying to get to a camp.
You can get redesignated, but you got to hurry. And I'll plug RDAP Dan on this. He does it. I think he charges $250. He's done it 40-something times. Never had a success rate every time. He does it without an attorney. If he would tell me the secret, I would give it to you guys away for free. But I think it's $250. He will get you redesignated on RDAP Dan. And I hate to plug somebody, but it might be worth it,
Yeah, Body Cam, if you go to the BOP website, look up Lompoc, you'll see the two locations that are open, and that tells you how many people are in each one and what's open there. If you look at California or look for the camps, it'll actually tell you where the camps are too. And the camps they're actually closed quite a few camps across the United States. The closest one that I know has space is Sheridan, Oregon. They're next to a low, and they have a camp there.
Yeah, but the COs are rough there. They're hardcore on you. They shakedowns, lockdown. They make you work. So think of that. We got John Jensen saying nope. I'm not sure what that's about. And ATL is saying, did they ask? Did your car ask for paperwork in a low? So Bulldog, I don't think there are too many cars in a low, but paperwork probably not, because all the paperwork's going to say that you're right. You tell them, John.
All right, so I was approached when I walked in. I was approached probably within a day, and they're like, "Yo, if you want to sit with us, and you can chill with us in the TV room, you just got to show us your paperwork and blah blah blah." But come to find out, nobody gives a shit about any kind of paperwork in there. 70% of the population are there for sex offenses, and as a result, it's just kind of like everyone just kind of does whatever they want. So no. My car was a joke, but there are cars. I mean, there's a DC car. That's always a big car throughout all the prisons, and there's a white car. There was other than that, it was pretty much segregated by white, black, Hispanic, and those were if there's a New York car, there's certain cars inside the big car, but yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit in the lows.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know what he means by nope, John. Are you saying nope? There is a camp in Lompoc, like some nope. He said it twice. I'm not sure what he means.
Actually, Sean, that's me.
Oh, is that you? Oh, all right. So what do you say about?
So my for some reason when I post a comment, it posted twice. I don't know why.
Okay. Hey guys, I got about 10 minutes. I got to wrap it up. It's 10 minutes, no rush. But I'm on a time frame, and I apologize. But we've been doing this.
Rush.
Yeah, that's my rush. Anyways,
do you want to spend the last time?
But let's keep it going on Wednesdays, guys. I'm going to give you guys the last 10 minutes. Take over the show. Take it away. You guys, it's yours.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
you know,
really I
I
don't have much to add tonight other on the PSRs and stuff. But if anybody had any questions,
and then the one thing I want to add, guys. I mean, I'm looking at camps right now.
I promised I'd take her out to dinner, guys, and see. I mean, I did my time, I know, but so now I get to, I promised her dinner, so we got. But
And I'm hungry.
10 minutes, baby. They got 10 minutes.
Okay. That's 8
So-
minutes already.
So everyone that's on here that are looking about the location designations for minimum security prison camps, there are now only a total of 10 in the United States. And the ones that are federal prison camps standalones, there's only 6.
How many are women? How many are women's?
Women's are 2, Anderson and Bryan. They're the only 2. So they got rid of the camp up at in Connecticut in Danbury. They only have Anderson and Bryan as a camp for minimum for a female. But for minimums in the entire country, there are only a few that are left. One of them's in Pennsylvania.
Florence still on there because they closed down one of the housing units, and Florence is going downhill. That's where I went, but I wouldn't be surprised if that one closed already.
It is. It's closed.
They closed Florence.
Correct.
Man. So I 7 of my friends live here in Albuquerque from Florence. I got to tell them that I got to make some calls tonight. Wow.
So Anderson, Bryan, Duluth, Morgan, Montgomery, Morgantown, Pensacola, Yankton, and Schuylkill, Pennsylvania are the only
How about
ones.
Otisville and Morgantown, are they there?
Morgantown is there. Otisville is not anymore.
Otisville was the number 1. That's where all the Jewish lawyers go. No more
Yeah,
Otisville.
it's not there. Correct. And the only one in Florida left is Pensacola is the only one left in Florida.
What about Montgomery?
Montgomery's there.
Because that was the number 3. So that means Morgantown is now the number 1 popular camp, and Montgomery's number 2. No more Otisville.
Correct.
Man.
No more
Bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Wow. I mean,
Go ahead,
Otisville that was the last true Club Fed. They had a golf course, man.
Yeah, it's an FCI now. It's a minimum.
Ooh.
Otisville, New York is now a minimum.
You don't want to
FCI.
commit. Oh man, it's not the white collar days are gone, man. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they phased it out. They only had 12 people in the camp, and they phased it out 2 months ago, according to this.
What's body camp say?
What do you got, buddy camp?
He says people are at the camp.
According to the BOP website, they're showing that the camp is shut down and the 973 and FCI on BOP. Where are you seeing that information?
And he says there's 105 inmates at the camp.
If you look on BOP's website, they don't have it listed anymore in California. They have that shut down. They have everyone moved over to the FCI.
Well, here we go, guys. I don't know. He's getting it off the BOP website. The BOP website's usually a little behind in their. They're usually not up to date. But having said that, I mean, when the camp's closed, it's closed, regardless of up to dateness. I don't know, man. I would call myself. I would call. The phone numbers are listed. When you call, though, you usually don't get the camp. You get the mother hub. Whether it's the FCI or whatever, you're going to get the FCI. Then you ask them, "I'm calling about the camp. Can you transfer me to the camp, or can you tell me what you know about the camp?" You're not going to get a direct phone number to the camp. So
body cam, I got that information that you got from an attorney's website. The same information on 105, an attorney's website in California. If you look at BOP's website, they do not have it listed as open. That attorney website may not be updated. But I don't know. And correct me if I'm wrong, because you know what? Yeah, and good luck with that, because I've tried calling some of these camps about information for if I were to go to one of them, and I've gotten really rude operators and correction officers. So try the main offices, the regional offices. You'll get better information.
If you call at night after the 10 o'clock count,
No.
they're usually just laid back and they're dying to talk to someone.
Yes. Yeah, they're usually bored out of
I
their
heard
mind.
a yes. I heard a yes. After count. Don't call before count. Do you remember what times count were?
Yeah, or during chow.
Do you remember what times the
We
count
had
were?
so I'm trying to remember. Yeah, 4:30.
4 p.m. count, right? Right before chow.
It was 4:30 and 9:15.
Okay. We
didn't have it. Oh yeah, we had a morning count, but it wasn't a stand-up count.
And there's the counts in the middle of the night when you're allowed to be asleep. The 3 a.m. one, and I think there's a midnight, a 3 a.m. and a 5 a.m. and you can be asleep on those. But they have to see at least a body part sticking out from the blanket. Otherwise, they'll come and pull your covers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it? 4:30 and 9:15, I believe. Right? Were stand-up counts?
I don't remember 9:15. I remember 9, but they can. I'm sure I'm sure each camp had their own times. But we had a 9 o'clock count, or was it 10 o'clock? There was a 4 p.m. Then there's, and that was before chow, and then a 9 a.m., a 9 p.m. maybe, and then a 12 midnight, a 3 a.m. After the 3 a.m., that's when they go to the side of the road and pick up all the bags of Jack Daniels. Oops, did I say that? Oh, I'm not telling. All the guards know this, so I'm not giving away secrets. So you got between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. to get back with the duffel bag if you're going to a camp. Now, all the guards know this. I'm not fucking giving away secrets, guys. But after the 5 a.m. camp, you got to be. It's a stand-up. They got to see you stand-up count, right?
I hope that.
Yeah, we didn't have. We only had 2 stand-up counts in the low. It was like you said, we had a 4:30 and then we had a 9:15, and then if we had a fog count, or a holiday we had a 10 a.m. count. Also,
yeah.
Weekends. Holidays.
ATL, $300 a month. You're gonna live large. I did it on 100 a month, plus whatever they gave me, $35 a month for working in the kitchen. But $300, man, I think you're living large. What do you guys think?
From what I'm seeing for prices, yeah.
Yes,
Depends on
$300 will do it.
Depends how much soda you want.
Yeah.
Do it without the soda.
Gotta have that Keefy coffee.
Just have some chicken ramens and you'll be all right.
Yeah, you need the tablet, which we'll talk about next week, and that'll cost you $123.
We didn't even get it. And if you're gonna email, it's 10 cents a minute even to read it, to write it. But that doesn't come out of the money you could spend at commissary. It's like $360 a month. Your email money and all that comes out. That comes out of your account, but it doesn't affect how much you can spend at the store.
Pork ramens are really, really good if you just add some butter.
She's never been in prison. She don't know.
Ramens with butter.
I will not eat ramen noodles. I don't care. I'll starve. But I'll eat the regular
Really?
menus. Right?
I eat those all the time, even just because.
My son will do that, but I can't eat them. No.
Shoot, Sean has a shrimp one up there in the cupboard. I was about to eat it today. Instead, I opened me a can of tuna.
It's better than a pouch of tuna. That's what we got there. Hey, I got to tell you, I've never had a spread. I've been
Wednesday.
11 county jails and 1 prison. I've never had a spread.
Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Okay. It's Wednesday.
You want to tell what a spread is?
Spread is you get Fritos. You get Fritos and you put the water on them or something like that. You make them real mushy with a whole bunch of other stuff, and you make it like a spread, and then you put it on your freaking shit and you eat it.
Pretty much is, yeah.
Right? And if you're lucky, you have the chili cheese Fritos. Correct? Or burritos.
That's just pretty much
chili cheese Fritos. They're like gold.
Yeah, burritos or something, and you just squish it all together.
Yeah, so he just said he's got to turn himself into USP. So he's turning himself into USP, and they have at USP Lompoc, that's different. So he is in a different. He does have the
Okay,
satellite
I've
campaign.
never ever heard of somebody surrendering to a USP. I know 3 guys surrendered to a medium. You are the first. They're not even going to know how to check you in, man. Wow, he's self-surrendering.
You know what's going to happen, Sean?
I've never heard of that ever. Wow, what's going to happen, man?
They're going to put. They're probably just putting them through R&D there, and then they're going to ship them over to wherever, the camp or the FCI.
Oh yeah, you know what it is, dude. Yeah, you know he's right. You're going to check in there. It's like you check in at the front desk at the USB, but you're not going to stay there. Yeah, they're going to get you over to the camp or the low. Yeah. That's right. So your designation paper might say the USP. That's the headquarters where you check in. That's not where you're going to do your time. Yeah. Because I had that problem too. Mine said FCI Florence, and I called my lawyer. He goes, "Well, I guess they're going to the medium." He had no clue. I check in at the medium, and then they bring me over to the camp. Yeah.
And by the way, you got this.
Yeah.
You got this. You're going to prison soon. I'm sorry about that, but you got this. Just deal with it and freaking get it off of your freaking thing. Bam, done, over with.
Yeah, and I'll give you this. At least you know where you're going. I still have no idea when my life starts over again.
Yeah. AK, I just got out of Butler Low, out of Texas. So AK, how did it go? I mean, you made it through a low. Yeah. How much time did you do? Are you glad you're out? What you got? What's your future? What's going on?
Do you feel like you're seeing the juniors? Like, do you know who Brandon is?
Butler's in Texas?
I thought it was in
Carolina.
Texas. He said,
North Carolina.
I thought it was Texas. No.
Oh, North Carolina.
Oh, I'm wrong. Again, I'm wrong. That's twice I'm wrong today. Holy shit. But I'll admit it. I don't mind being wrong.
North Carolina. I don't know.
That was a medium, isn't it? Is that a medium?
Says it was
It's
easy.
low.
Oh, it was breezy. No, it was easy breezy. Thank God.
Yeah, any low you go, it's going to be easy beasy.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
Like I
glad
said,
you're
you
out,
know-
man. Are you at the halfway house now then? Or you got some probation time? What's going on? It's Camp Low and a medium. Hey, K-Man, hey, welcome back. I'm glad you're out, man. And if you ever want to come on the show you can come on Wednesdays. I'm doing this open mic thing, so open. If you want, check back next Wednesday. I'll put the link on, and you can come on because I got to end this in 5 minutes. But come back next Wednesday. I know, but I know.
Hey, so AK, did you have the Score 7 tablets when you were in where you're in? Did they roll them out there? Have you used the electronic email?
Should we let it? Can you wait 10 more minutes? Let me let this too. AK, how about this, man? I'll put a link up real quick. If you want to come on real quick, let me put it up here. I don't know if you do. You might not even want to come on, but I want to.
He says he does. He says he'll come on.
All right, I'm pasting it right now. I just told my girlfriend, you got to get job. Don't worry, I'll take care of your dinner. There's the link, man. Just click it and it'll let you in, man.
Hey, if she's easy with ramen, you could take her out to the noodle house. You'd be good.
We're in New Mexico. I don't even think she knows what a noodle house is, but
Those weird faces. No. I'll go open a pot of meat.
So, hey, AK, there, I got the link. If you just click it, man, then you got to allow your mic and your camera, and you'll be on here. There we go. Say no more. Hey, thanks for coming on, man. I'm glad you're here, man.
I'm gonna meet you real.
Turn off the echo.
Hi.
Oh yeah, tell him.
Hi, Adam.
Tell him, Bulldog. You remember about the echo.
I don't know if he has. He might be good.
He's good. I think he's good.
I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear an echo. Which one's
I don't either.
Hey,
Oh, John
He
Jay.
froze though.
Hi, John
you
Jay.
froze.
Okay.
Hi.
How are you?
There he
I'm
is.
back. There you go.
There you are.
So you said you just got out. How long you been out?
You just respect me back. I think you don't realize what a threat you are because at any moment, like you have.
Oh, he may have froze again.
Yeah, he froze.
Yeah, he keeps freezing.
Okay, all right. I think my Wi-Fi is connected. We good?
Yep.
Yeah, I
there
can
you
hear you now.
Okay.
How long
cool,
you been
cool.
out, man?
Now.
Just a
I've
matter
been
of
out
days,
for
right?
I've been out for like 3 months now, man. So,
Okay.
yeah, I've been following you since I found out through Ardat Dan, and
Yeah.
so yeah, man, I was actually going to give you a call, but you know, everything was progressing so quick towards the end. But yeah, I went in for, I was, you know,
John, I hate my life, but full mental breakdown. Like, this is
He froze up again.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at my foot as I walk away.
He was fine.
hey, okay, there you go. I took you off Wi-Fi. So
Okay.
I got sentenced to 18 months, and I did about a year. So,
Okay.
you know, programming, all that good stuff, man, and button or low, pretty easy. I was a medical patient, so I wasn't at the FMC, but if you got any kind of medical issues, they put you in they put you in the vicinity of an FMC. So I
Oh,
wasn't
the vicinity.
serious
That's
enough.
better than being in one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it still sucks, man. The medical care is not, but put it this way, I got some pretty crazy medical issues, and at least I got all my medications, I got all that. But, it was just boring as hell, man. It was just
Well,
boring as
you
hell.
probably spend half the time waiting in pill call, right?
Pill line, reading books,
Cool.
those are
Cool.
pretty simple, man. I mean, there's a lot of guys who came from USPs meetings and work themselves down. And, the low is very, very chill, man. Very, very chill.
What was the medication that you, Adam, that you could not get? If you say there's something that was not available to you, what were you not able to get?
Oh. Okay,
Adam?
I'm back. There you go.
Adam.
Okay. Yep. I'm here.
What information? Okay, I have a bunch of medical issues. There's some medications that I know are not on the formulary list. What can you say with coming out that what did you not have going in there that you had when you were outside, and how easy has it been to transition back to doctors now that you've been back out?
Okay, this is important, man. So because I'm on some heavy medications like benzodiazepines, things like that. So anything that you're on, even if it's painkillers, man, there's guys in there that were getting oxy if they were using it for years, right? The biggest thing you can do is start getting medical notes from all medical notes from your doctor saying that this medication is crucial to your treatment and you cannot go without it. Make sure that you have all that. That way, when you go in, because when you're checking in or when you're getting processed in, they're going to want all that shit. If you don't have it, dude, they're going to do whatever the hell that doctor thinks. I saw guys get ripped off of Xanax in 3 days because they didn't have the proper notification from doctors and things like that. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
start collecting those notes like now. And if you can get multiple notes from your doctor and let the doctor know, say, hey, man, listen, I'm getting ready to go in for X amount of time. I'm really afraid of coming off this medication, and just say, I've got some buddies that have, been in the inside. Unless you go to an FMC, if you're going near an FMC, you're going to have more leniency towards medication because FMC's for like mostly cancer patients, dialysis. But if you've got some pretty heavy medical issues, they'll probably send you to a prison like Butner or a USP or wherever you're going that's within the vicinity or a complex of an FMC. So Butner is a medical complex. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I have to ask for. I have two ACDFs in my back, some other things that need to be fixed by surgery. I have both my knees replaced. I've been on pain contract since 2012, and I am really concerned about them saying, well, even I'm on low dose patches and things like that for the pain. Without it, I don't move. I don't get out of bed. My back
You
doesn't
can
work.
get it. You can get it. Trust me. There's guys in there on every and any medication. That was my number one thing, man, because benzodiazepines are harder than anything to come off of, right? So,
Sure.
and for my nervous system condition, it's the only thing that works. So, but there's guys in there. I mean, you got to think. I was at the low. There's a lot of guys in wheelchairs. A lot of older guys. It was almost like a retirement home, to be honest with you. And a lot of these guys were on, opioids, benzodiazepines, everything. As long as you got the documentation, man, because if you don't have the documentation, you got to go through the whole process. That means you got to go to the doctor. I got pain. They're going to start you off on Tylenol. If that doesn't work, send you to a neurologist. Then they'll put you on gabapentin, shit that you've already probably been through. They're going to make you do all that over again, and that could take a long time, dude. So go and get the documentation. Let your pain doctor know, hey, this is crucial, man. I have to get this, because if not, they're not going to give me my medication, and you know that I cannot function without this medication. Hopefully your doctor's cool with that, and you can make that happen.
I
Thank
did get
you
those
so
from the
much for
doctor.
saying that, man. That's I need to just edit this little segment and put a short out or something. Thank you, man. Thank you, Adam. That's good information.
No problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I got so lucky. My doctors gave me my notes. Literally, as I'm going to prison, my father came and dropped me off. I literally had my doctors were literally emailing my notes, and I'm printing them out at the hotel. The doctor and nurse said, Adam, if you didn't have these doctor's notes, you'd be fucked. Or excuse me, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
You can edit that out.
You can say
You know what I
fuck
mean?
on my channel.
Okay, so yeah, they basically told me, listen, if you didn't have these, and I'm telling you, my PA was super cool. She told me every time I saw her was like once a month. She's like, Adam, I cannot tell you how lucky you are that you got those letters, because if you didn't get those letters, you wouldn't have gotten the medication. I would have suffered the whole year, man. So don't put yourself through that unnecessary. Get all your ducks in a row. Get every tool you possibly can. That way, when you go there, you got your notes. Make sure you got copies of them. Make sure your wife's got copies of them. That way, if they lose them, because they lost mine, so then I had to get my wife to fax them in and all that shit. So just make sure you make multiple copies, and start working on that now, man, because that will save you so much headache. At least if you're going to be in prison, try to be as comfortable as you can, right?
Yeah. And did you have it in your PSR? My doctors allowed me to put it in my PSR. All the medication information.
Yeah, it was in my PSR, but even my attorneys and everybody's telling me, man, I don't know if you're going to be able to get these medications in. You may just have to suffer. So I was going in not knowing. So, if you don't have these letters, they'll still give you the let's say you're on a fentanyl patch. They'll give it to you right away, but they'll wean you off of it very quickly. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Did you request your designation, or did they do that for you?
No, they did it for me, man, because they had known that I had so many medical records. Because, mine was a white collar case. You can look it up, obviously. It was my name's right there. I was a white collar case, and it was conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud. And so.
Oh, wow. Healthcare fraud, and they still gave you the medications. Wow.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, hey, I had years of documentation, man. Regardless of the fraud, I still had health issues, obviously, right?
How do we know they were real papers, man? Come on, no.
I don't know if they confirm them or what, but I'm pretty sure I'm sure they do for those types of.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm kidding.
Yeah, my judge has actually asked for my doctor to testify at my sentencing. So I already had my.
If you can get that, man, I didn't even have that. So if you can get your doctor to come and testify, letting them know because, dude, you may on sentencing day, you know, who knows? You may have a good judge, and he may give you home confinement. You never know, dude. I mean, they could literally do anything. I don't know if yours has like a mandatory minimum or what, but
No, it doesn't. I'm conspiracy for wire fraud, and we started a business up in just a little bit of just a quick synopsis. We were going to do a bed and breakfast. Alaska marijuana came legal, and we were going to be the first one as people drove in. It's a failed business due to COVID.
yeah.
So I'm getting stuck with the charge because the business failed. Yes, it's my responsibility to have the business up and running. And yes, I took the money, so I get it. But and how many other businesses? I mean, I'll just say one in New York right now for $455 million got screwed. I'm talking about 600,000 here, not 455 million. And
Yeah, so you're within the guidelines of the basically 0 to 1.5 million. So
Yep.
you got a real good shot at getting probation. I was at 1.7 million, and the judge gave me 18 months. I thought I was going to get probation because, you know, I'd been following all these different cases, and I'm thinking like, come on, man, there's guys that do 10, 20, 30 million that are getting 6, 7 years. So I'm like, you know, pound for pound, I should get nothing, you know. But hey, at the end of the day, some judges, you just never know who you're going to get. You know what I mean?
I was 1.7 million, and I got 52 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this judge that I'm in front of, he saw another case. He oversaw it for another district down in Anchorage, and the guy did a Ponzi scheme for $26 million. Did nothing but buy vacation homes and stuff for his wife and stuff for himself. He didn't have any business. We at least paid all of our contractors and had things done that we proved. But when it comes down to it, you know, he got 10 years. Where Sean was at, that's where he's going right now. Sean out in Colorado.
Yeah.
And
You just told me Florence is closed down, though.
yeah, but he's going to the low there. So
Oh, yeah. No, there is no low. There's only a medium and a penitentiary and the supermax and a camp. So
it must be a medium then. Must be the medium because that's where they put it. They designated him to there.
Yeah.
I was designated to the medium, and then they send it to the camp. Maybe the camp's not good. Maybe the camp's going to close. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, I don't. It's according to the website. Like I said, the BOP website might be all messed up too. I don't believe anything anymore.
Dude, I was supposed to go to a camp, and a week before I go there, my pretrial officer comes over, and she's like, "Hey, I got your designation," because the judge said, you know, they could recommend where you go, right? But that's not what the BOP is going to. They don't have to listen to that.
Yeah, whatever that judge recommends, RDAP, or the RDAP, the RDAP, you know, directors laugh at that. Okay.
Yeah. So I got, you know, I'm thinking I'm definitely going to a camp. I get my designation. It's a low, and when I show up for, you know, when they process you in, right? Even the counselor's like, "What, man? They didn't give you home confinement for this shit?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, well, he's like, "I can't believe," he goes, "and I can't believe they didn't let you go to the camp." I said, "Well, shit, man. If you want to let me go to the camp, I'm willing to go." He's like, "Nah,
Yeah.
man." He goes, "You'll get in too much trouble over there." And there was always guys getting popped. And so if, you know, guys are getting popped for cell phones and all kinds of shit, and then they would get sent up to the low. So that's pretty much what it was, man. It was a lot of guys. There's a lot of you know, pedophiles, obviously, in lows. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing about a low and a camp that are the biggest difference.
Yeah, and they'll throw you in the shoe if you confront them on anything, right? They're
Dude, they're like a protected. They are so protected that if you even they used to say you get a hate crime if you do anything to them. So, you know, you're just better off leaving them alone and going about your business, man. You know, it's, you know,
that's kind of hard for people that work their way down from a USP to just, it's got to be hard for them to get, you know, to have to clam up like that, you know.
Guys would come from USPs and mediums, and they would be like, "Dude, I could breathe," you know, and you could tell who was like really hardened up from like USPs and even some of the rough mediums. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the mediums, and they would come in and it would take them months to kind of calm down. But once they did, they're like, a lot of guys didn't like it. They liked being behind a door. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I got in the camp. There was guys. I'm going. You guys have. You're breaking every rule. I mean, there's no. They couldn't handle it. I mean, they would just clam up. They wouldn't talk to you. I mean, most of them, if they got to know me after a year, they might talk to me because I only went to a camp, so I don't know the politics.
Yeah, man. It's there was very little politics at the low. I mean, there's little, like, I wouldn't even call it politics, but I mean, it's, nothing like I said, I had buddies that had worked their way down, and I was lucky enough, man, that when I came in, some good dudes came and snagged me up and kind of like, hey man, what do you need? They took care of me, got me food, fed me, kind of brought me into their crew.
Yeah.
And dude, it was great because it's like I didn't miss a beat. Because when you first go in, you're like, oh God, man, I'm like, what's this gonna be like? What, you don't care where you're going.
I mean, somebody wanted to help me carry my stuff up when on my first day and give me shower shoes. I'm all, dude, I'm not gonna be nobody's bitch. I don't want nothing, man. I don't need nothing from you, right? And then
Right.
I found out, no, they're just being friendly. I mean, I did it later on to the new guys, but my first day, stay away from me, man. No, I don't need to stay this far, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, how many?
Oh, go ahead.
Adam, how many points did you have for your designation points? Do you remember?
I think it was like 20. The amount of points. I think it was 20 something, and I got. They end up enhancing my points before, so I ended up getting like a 2 or 3 point increase because they said I held a managerial role. And then last minute, my attorney thought they took that off. And then they just passed this new first-time offender program where you get an additional 2 points off. Well, I got a call from the federal prosecutor's office letting me know, hey, listen, you got your 2 points off, but it doesn't really matter because you're out of prison now. So I'm like, oh, man. So I would have gotten out early no matter what, right? But I got fucked on that, but
Yeah,
Wow.
they started me at 27. They've already reduced me to 24. My attorney's asking them to drop it down to 19. So that's what.
Yeah. You got a
Get
really
it all
good
taken
shot,
care
man.
of before sentencing day.
Yeah, you got a really good shot, man. I'm telling you, you got a good shot at getting probation just because the money amount was so low.
Plus, he's in the middle of nowhere. He's bumfuck Alaska. It's going to cost him, I mean, he hasn't even, you've never even met a pretrial officer yet or anything, right?
I've met a pretrial officer, but I've never met a federal marshal. I've never been fingerprinted. I never had a mugshot done. I've been in court one time. Everything else has been on the phone. And the one time I was in court, my judge didn't even show up. He called in.
Oh,
So it's been this really weird twilight zone of, the judge saying you have to be there because you have to see me in person, and then him not showing up at 61 below that day. So,
Hey, Adam, I want to ask you this. What was the worst part of it all? Pre-trial, prison, or now probation?
Pre-trial was by far the worst, dude, because the fear of the unknown. Once you get into prison, bro, it's like once you get there and you kind of get your bearings, it's kind of like being stuck in high school.
You could finally see the end of the road, right? Pre-trial, I agree. Pre-trial, worse.
Pre-trial, you don't know how long you're going to get because, if your points are looking at this, they say, hey, man, you could be facing 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it is, and you don't know. You just don't know if you're going to get probation because, judges can do whatever the hell they want, right? So, actually, my business partner got half the time I got. My business partner, equal partner, and he got half the time.
Johnny, same question to you, Johnny. Pre-trial, prison itself, or the probation?
All right, am I back?
Well, pre-trial by far. I mean, 5 years of pre-trial was fucking awful.
Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, I was 2.5 years of pre-trial, man, because the case, when it was so
Yep.
big, it was like the largest healthcare fraud case, I guess, in history, whatever, you know what I mean? And every year is the newest, largest in
I
history.
know. Yeah, they've got made. So they made an example of you.
Yeah. So, I didn't know, man. Like, listen, my wife's an attorney, dude. So
Wow.
I got into this business and I didn't do my due diligence. I kept going with it. And my wife was like, you gotta listen. One of the guys got popped. I kept doing the business like an idiot, so
I did it too.
I fucked up, man. You know what I mean? And I'm just glad, dude. Listen, you feel like it's never gonna be over, and it's like sometimes I gotta pinch myself because I'm like, dude, I can't believe, like, I literally dreamt of this time after going through hell with pre-trial, and then once you get in there, it's like, oh my god, every day's Groundhog Day. But at first it's like, it seems like it's going slow. Then it's like months are just passing, like dunk, dunk, another month, another month, another month, and then before you know it, you're done. You know what I mean? So
Did you get any halfway? Did you get a halfway house at all, or any home confinement at all?
no, I didn't get any home confinement. I came. Oh no, excuse me. I got. So when I got out of there, no home confinement, and no halfway house. So I got nothing. That's one thing about Button. I can tell you right now, bro. Everybody is getting screwed at a halfway house.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really bad. Like, I'm telling you, people that qualify for 6 months plus, dude, they're getting like a week, 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
now if you do RDAP, I didn't do RDAP because I didn't have enough
Yeah,
time.
I did it. They got to guarantee you at least 4 months for the aftercare. It used to be 6 months, but now it's at least 4. Sometimes you get 6.
Yeah, no, you're right. But if you're under 24 months, it's not going to help you.
Yeah, no,
So
Plus, it takes about a year to do the program, and the timing, the window, everything's got to be perfect. When you arrive.
If it doesn't benefit you, man, don't waste your time. That's all I can say. Because RDAP, everybody was like, dude, it sucks, man. But if it takes a year off your sentencing, who the hell wouldn't do it though, right?
Hey man, here's the thing. I got out 5 years ago. On Monday nights, I worked with the Federal Halfway House here in Albuquerque. I teach RDAP now on Monday nights. Can you imagine that? I would have never thought ever in my life. And we have all the books. We paid $4,000 to Wings for Life place I work for. We have all the RDAP, everything. And I'm teaching RDAP on Monday nights, man. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, man, it's wild because I know your story. I followed you. Like I said, I had RDAP Dan, and then I found you, and I don't even know if RDAP Dan's even doing this anymore.
He was interviewing some homeless people. It's called Wise Media now, and he's kind of getting away from it. RDAP, I've been doing it 3 years. I'm starting to make a comeback on my channel. I got 3 more people lined up this week, but it gets old. I help people out of prison every day, get jobs, get housing, right? I do it every day, and in the YouTube. Sometimes it's just like my girlfriend said, "Is there ever a day you don't talk about prison?" And I said, "No."
Yeah, I know. I have to stop myself because my kids, will be like my youngest one who's 7. He's like, Dad, so I'm always like, yeah, because it's, dude, when you've been there for the last year of your life, it was a huge part of your life, right? Like, so it's hard not to, because that's for the last year, that's really all you had going on in your life was fucking prison. You know what I mean? So your whole life was that for 1 year. But
I owe my life today for prison. Because I don't know if you know, I just started working for the city of Albuquerque, $70,000 a year. It's my second week there. Because of my prison record and because of my felonies, they called me. and because of what I've been doing in the community the last couple of years with Wings for Life. But I owe what I have today to going to prison, man. So don't let that stop you, Adam. I tell you, my more doors have opened since I've been to prison than ever before. But I don't keep any secrets. I make that my strength, not my weakness.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way, man. I never shied away from it. I really don't give a shit who knows. You know, we're all human, dude. And, you know, listen, these type of things, especially in business, after coming from where I went, there was attorneys, doctors, a lot of drug dealers. But a lot of the guys that were white collar guys, there was guys in there for fucking importing birds from Costa Rica. And these guys would get like 5 months in federal prison. There was an 18-year-old kid who got 11 days. I'm like, man, he probably got the best sentence ever in history. In federal
I've
prison.
heard of the movie that happens to the movie stars, but 11 days they still made him go to prison. Wow.
Yeah, R. Kelly was there at my prison.
Oh, R. Kelly, he's at a low, of course.
yeah. No, actually, he was in the one, which is protected. Yeah. Actually,
Protected custody.
Yeah, he's in protected custody at the one.
Yeah, he better be.
Yeah.
And you got Jared from Subway. He's at Inglewood. He's getting the real $6 foot long, right?
Yeah. Well, no. I thought Jared was at Butner. He was over at he was at Butner, and I heard he got what is it called when you're like basically they think you're not, fit for society yet. I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, they pretty much, like, let's say you complete your sentence, they can put a variable, it's called like a variable hold or something on you, and you can basically, like, you're fucked. Like, you're there until they say you're ready to go.
No, like, shit. Wow.
Yeah, but I think he got life, didn't he? Though I think he got life, but he got parole at 10 years or something.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many. I mean, there's so many guys like that there, man. Just heinous shit, man. But most of the guys were, I was there with. Most of them were there. I was up in the mountains, so or Butner's up in North Carolina, right? So you got a lot of meth dealers, tons of meth dealers. But I mean, dude, they're just like you and I, man. Like everybody's got the same concerns, same worries. I don't care, dude. I talked to the biggest, baddest dudes that came from the USP, and they all were like, dude, like, everybody is fucking scared when they first go in, no matter who you are.
What are you doing now? Now you're out. Did you restart a business? Are you going to restart a business, or what do you? And do you have any restitution?
Yeah, I got restitution. But yeah, so I'm in the process right now of looking at starting a couple different businesses right now. I've been working out my wife's law firm, doing that right now, and she works like 80 hours a week, man. So I've kind of assumed the role. I used to be the one working crazy hours, but I'm actually looking at taking on another job. I've been in sales my whole life, and I just started taking interviews for high ticket sales positions, 1099, because if you're 1099, they don't care what your background is.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's how they got around hiring me too. But they are going to make me an official city employee in 6 months. But yeah, you're right, man. In today's world, you don't have to go to a factory to clock in no more. There's apps on your phone. There's gig work, and you can start your own business. It's so easy nowadays, and $50 for a business license and permit, and I mean, it's just the work. It's out there, man.
It's tough though, man. They make all the hoops you got to jump through starting a business. I mean, coming out, it's just you got to provide them and ask permission for everything. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna go and make that ramen now, guys.
No, I got to take her out to dinner, guys. Hey, I promised her only an hour show, guys. I do. Hey,
go ahead, man.
Adam, can you come back next Wednesday? Because I'm going to keep doing this open invitation thing.
Yes, please do. Come back for
Brian
him.
and
Come back. All of you guys, come back for him.
Yeah, Adam, I would love to talk more about the medical stuff, because you have the experience that I need to know before I get sentenced, because that is a big fear of mine. So if we can talk next Wednesday about that, that would be great.
Yeah, dude. I will lay it all out. I'll try to write some bullet points and everything for you, man, because that is crucial for you, brother.
And Adam,
Can I give you Adam a
Adam, you can write down my phone number, call me, but come back next Wednesday, all you guys. I hope you can. And do you guys mind Bulldog and Brian if he comes back too on Wednesdays and we?
No, I'd love to have him. I need his knowledge. It would be great to have. And
Yeah, you
Adam,
got a lot of knowledge. You're a lot of knowledge, and we're building something here on Wednesdays, guys. I like this Wednesday. We've been doing it a month now straight, and it's growing, man. Thank all you guys.
And I will help him on Wednesday.
hey, Adam.
Adam, man.
I don't know if it'll let me post my. I don't know if it'll let me post my Google number here, but I'm gonna post my Google number. If it comes through, can you give me a call on it? And
yeah, and I'm gonna give you guys a wrench. I have to do that when I'm like off channel or something, but I'll give you a wrench.
Can you see, Adam? Can you see my number there?
No, I didn't.
Hey, Sean, I'll catch you next week.
You can put it in private chat, and then John can see it. I think.
John, can you see it?
No, but if you go to private chat, John should be able to see it. Do you see a button for private chat?
Yeah, I can see it on the.
Yeah.
And then John, you go to private chat, and you should be able to see it there. It's on the far right side, on the very bottom. You'll see comments, you'll see banners, brand, and then private chat. If you click that, you guys are allowed to put anything on there.
Yeah, there it is. I got it.
No, I actually gave you the wrong one. I'm going to fix it real quick because I gave you the wrong one.
Oh, well, you gave the wrong one. I can't,
This one's real. Sorry about that. I have my old cell phone number I gave you. So, okay.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I'm gonna let you guys finish the show. I'll come back in a minute to turn it off. Next Wednesday, guys. And you guys finish the show, say goodbye to people, and I'll be back. And God bless you. Thank you, guys, man.
Thank you, Sean. Thanks, Sean.
Hey, Brian, I'm gonna take off too, but I gotta get up for work early in the morning.
Yep. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. See you.
However, this whole engagement process.
I gotta hide my money.
Sean?
All right, I'm gonna trust myself.
No, you're. You're not, are you? No, my Sean.
Did they go away? Did they go away? Did they hang up? Yeah, they're gone. I shouldn't say go away.
But you did good, baby.